Well, good evening. I'm Rick Dancer. Welcome to Exploring the Backstories, and we're taking you to the backstories tonight. We're at the Steamboat Inn, which is about 40 miles east of Roseburg. Melinda and Travis notified us the other day, Kathy and me, and said, you guys should come stay here and do a story on our dinners that we have. So you guys have to see this place. It is so great, and this is the building. Well, we'll talk more to them about how this works. Melinda, come around this side over here. So you guys, these are fellow Eugenians, former Eugenians, Travis and Melinda Woodward. So how did you end up with the Steamboat Inn?
I decided we wanted to do our own thing, and had some financing to help us out do that from my dad, and made it happen.
So this was for sale for quite a while.
About 7 years.
And so you guys kind of looked at this and said, okay, we could do something with this.
Yeah, absolutely. We looked at several places between the McKenzie River and here, and this one was just the most well-kept and beautiful and had the history that we loved.
And you're a fisherman.
Yes.
So this is kind of, I mean, there is no place, you read the books, Frank Moore.
Oh, yeah.
The Ernest and Hemingway used to come here.
Yeah.
Jane Wyatt used to come here. I mean, this is the Hollywood, Tom McCall, former Governor Bob Straub. I mean, everybody came to the Steamboat Inn.
Yeah, heart and soul of Oregon steelhead fly fishing for sure. It's a beautiful spot, beautiful spot.
So this wasn't always on this side of the river, though?
No, it started out on the other side.
Yeah, it was in North Umpqua Lodge originally when Clarence started it in the 30s. And it was basically a tent camp and became log cabins. We still have a number of the original pieces from that lodge.
Tell me about this. What is this?
So this was Clarence Gordon's fly tying cabinet, I think originally. It's where he kept most of his supplies for fly tying.
And he's the original owner.
Yes, he was the original owner of the North Umpqua Lodge when it was on the other side of the river. And then they moved it over here once the highway was put in.
It moved over here in the 50s. Became a store and became the Steamboat Inn officially in 1957.
So you guys have how many cabins? And kind of tell people because you guys, we're going to show you some video of this, but we're staying in one of the really nice river suites, and it's absolutely beautiful. Tub and fireplace. Everybody's got fireplace. There's fireplaces and all kinds of stuff.
We have 18 rooms. There are 8 Riverview cabins. There's 2 suites. There are 5 hideaway cottages up Steamboat Creek that sleep 4, and we have 3 3-bedroom homes on the other side of the river.
God, that is a ton.
It's a ton.
It's a lot.
It's like, how do you... Go ahead.
We can sleep 58 people.
Wow.
I think that's how many toilets we have.
Yeah.
And you know from fixing and cleaning them.
Yeah, Jim Van Loan let me know that right off the bat.
Right when you were doing it.
Yeah.
So you also have a restaurant, and talk about that a little bit.
The restaurant is open to the public. We serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then in the evenings, many nights, we do special pairing dinners where we bring in guest chefs, different vineyards. Right now, tonight we're doing a beer dinner, and sometimes we do whiskey.
So you guys also, though, have service. I mean, you have regular restaurant services. People come here for breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yep.
And our head chef does fine dining as well. And he's had experience in a number of the major restaurants up in Portland. But he started cooking here when he was 16, went to Portland, got the experience, and now he's back as our head chef.
So what has this been like? So you bought this in 2017, and we were up here, Kathy and I were up here on a bike ride, the bike ride from hell, actually. and we ended up here with lunch and did a little blurb with you guys, put it on, and this is working out.
Yeah, it's been a ride. It's been fun.
There were forest fires our first summer. We called it our trial by fire.
Yeah.
But if we can make it through that, we can make it through anything. And
But business is good. You're really booking up.
Business is good. Yeah, we could use some employees, I think.
What is it about this place? I mean, what is the magic?
Just the history and just the ambience and the beauty. The beauty of this river is just amazing compared to anything else in Oregon. It's hard to compare it to anything else.
And when you sit here in these rooms, the thing I love, no Wi-Fi in the rooms. There's Wi-Fi in the lodge, but no Wi-Fi in the rooms, no phone service.
Come to Steamboat to disconnect.
I think that's a real sales point, don't you?
Yeah, it's disconnect to reconnect.
It's hard for a lot of people, but we've had some children breakdowns. Actually, we've had some adult breakdowns as well,
but you can come to the lodge if you really need to use your Wi-Fi. But the whole trick is kind of to stay away from it, isn't it?
Yeah. Enjoy your time here. Enjoy what's out there because the place is so beautiful and there's so much to do up here in the hills. Hikes, waterfalls, bike riding, horseback riding, kayaking. And then fishing, of course.
And you
But,
have swimming holes, and you guys also have a hot springs nearby.
There is, yeah. Tokati Hot Springs is just upriver, about half an hour.
And you guys are only like an hour from Crater Lake, and about
just over.
a little bit like how far from Diamond Lake?
Hour from Diamond, about hour and 20, hour and a half from Crater.
39, 40 minutes from Roseburg.
Yep.
And but you are, when you get out here, you are by yourself and kind of alone.
Yeah, you're in the middle of the national forest. There's not a lot out here.
So what do you want to do in the future? What's the future look like for the Steamboat Inn?
Oh man, that's a good question. We're gonna have some remodeling. We bought the place because we love it. We love the way it is, and we love the history of it. And so we want to upgrade what we can without taking out the history of the entire place and keep it as it is as much as possible.
So why is history important in a place like this?
It's just what makes it what it is. Absolutely. I mean,
Sets us apart from everyone else. We're not just some crackerbox hotel where you could stay anywhere. This place is its own unique living thing.
like I said, it's definitely the heart and soul of Oregon fly fishing. It's for steelhead. The North Umpqua Trail is just over 70 miles long. Starts at a high lake up by the Pacific Crest Trail called Maydew, I believe I said that right. And then it follows the North Umpqua out of Maydew, which is where the North Umpqua starts, down to Lamola Lake, or reservoir. And then from Lamola Reservoir, you follow the river down and to Tokati. And then once you get to Tokati Reservoir, you hit the highway, and then you follow it all the way down the highway till probably 15 miles downriver from us.
Well, then, and the nice thing about it is the maps they have, you can do segments of it.
Yeah, there's lots of 5-mile to 10-mile segments that you can just do.
And there's a waterfall up there that...
Lots of waterfalls. There's several waterfalls to come up here and hike into, and they're only about a half mile to a mile in and then back out. So they're usually 1 mile to 2 mile hikes in and out, which isn't too bad.
So tell me about your restaurant. When you open, when are people, what do you serve, who's working here, that kind of thing?
Our restaurant is open 7 days a week, Mother's Day weekend through the end of October. And then we're weekends only until December. December is all about private parties.
And then people who are staying here, though, will be...
Oh, whenever you are staying here, we make sure you're fed.
And you do know how to feed people.
Yes.
This is, after all, is the Umpqua River, right? Mm-hmm. So your favorite thing about this place?
Getting to live here. It's such a privilege to be here every day and experience this.
And when you have guests come in, you really treat them
well. Yes. It's all about hospitality. And being coming to Steamboat is joining our family.
Really? Mm-hmm. And these dinners, why? This is something they've been doing for a long time?
They've been doing, the previous owners did it for 20 years. Wow. And we are continuing the tradition, but adding the fall series with beer or spirits.